Good afternoon. I'm Patrick Armstrong. I'm Chief Investment Officer at Plurimi Wealth, and it's the 12th of October 2022. Today I'm going to talk to you about tumultuous markets. We've seen big drawdowns in markets, and we've seen that provoke a large amount of skepticism among investors. In fact, the Association of American Individual Investors surveyed individual investors monthly, and 60.8% of investors now have a bearish sentiment that they expect equity markets to move lower over the next year. And there's good reasons for that. There's a lot of negatives in markets. You've got a Fed who's hiking, you've got geopolitical issues, you've got big debt in the West. But typically, when everyone's bearish, is the time to think in a contrarian manner. And you've got to go back to 1991 to see the level of bearishness that we've got right now with investors. So to put things in context, we've had 8 periods over the last 50 years where the S&P has fallen 25%. So year to date, the S&P is down 25% today. And just because it's fallen 25% doesn't mean equities are cheap. But historically, when the market has fallen 25%, if you've got a 1, 3, 5, or 10-year view, you've generally made outsized returns if you do buy it after it's fallen 25%. And the next page shows you why. When the market falls, equities get cheaper. So the sales, the revenue, the earnings outlook has deteriorated, but I don't know if it's deteriorated by 25%. And for years now, I've been saying equities are expensive, but now when I'm looking at equities, I can say equities are cheap. And a lot of things are priced in right now. And for investors with a medium-term view, it doesn't matter what the growth outlook is. It doesn't matter what momentum is. The price you pay is the determinant of future returns. And for the first time in many years, when you're buying equities at the valuations they're trading at today, you can expect outsized returns unless we do have an earnings cliff that's bigger than 2008, unless we do go into a very deep recession. And I think even then, you do have self-correcting mechanisms in the economy, that you do have a central bank that'll go from hawkish to dovish. You do have government policies that'll go from basically thinking about austerity to pumping stimulus into the economy. So the economies do have self-rectifying mechanisms in them, and thinking with a long-term perspective, when equities are cheap and there's a lot of pessimism out there, buying good equities is a way to incrementally improve returns as well now. But I wouldn't get caught up in just thinking everything's bad, because when things are bad is when you do get outsized returns. So that's my thought for today, and I'll leave you pondering that.